Hey everyone, this is Dr. B from Steps to the Future, coming to you with college and career conversations. So you notice I'm in a different spot today, so definitely moving around a little bit. One of the things I want to talk about this evening is all these virtual college fairs that are coming up. What's a student to do? We know that you can't go on campus and visit. We know that sometimes just going on the websites aren't enough. So I just wanted to make sure that people know about the virtual college fairs that are coming up. So stay tuned because we're going to be talking about three college fairs, one by the National Association for College Admission Counseling, another one by the Southern Association for College Admission Counseling, and another one by a foundation that is representing HBCUs, which are historically Black colleges and universities. So stay tuned and come back. Hey, back on air now. So I know people are really concerned about how are they going to learn about colleges and everything that's going out there with coronavirus. So one of my students asked me, they said, well, are there some colleges that are doing tours? And there are some colleges that are doing campus tours. There is not a definitive list out there giving you that information. So what I strongly suggest is that if you're interested in visiting a college, you need to go on the college's website, go under the visit tab and see what their policies are currently. With coronavirus, things are changing day to day, so we really don't know what it could be. So let me jump right in here and I'm going to share my screen with you because I want to make sure you have this information. You know, I always put information in the show notes with all of the live links and everything, just to make sure that you have that opportunity to follow up. So let me share my screen here. Okay, so the first college fair that is coming up is from the National Association for College Admission Counseling. These are their virtual college fairs. Now, NACAC has always done a wonderful job of having their college fairs regionally, throughout the United States and internationally. But with COVID, everybody has had to learn how to pivot. So this is one of the things they're doing. So this is their schedule for all of their upcoming virtual fairs. And as you can see, there's one coming up quite soon, the end of this month, January 31st. And you'll see next to each of the dates where it says view online or download PDF. So you can view the colleges online that so far are coming for those particular days, or you can download the PDF. Let me bring particular attention. March 7th is a STEM fair. So they will be focusing on colleges that have strong STEM programs. So again, if that's something that you're interested in, this would be the fantastic time to jump on that. For students that are into acting and singing and all things performing arts, visual arts, you want to be a graphic artist, you want to be a designer. The May 16th Performing and Visual Arts Fair will be focusing on schools that are looking into those programs of studies. So again, make sure that this is on your calendar and make sure that you share this with people. If you come on, if you're listening, please let me know if you have any comments. Those of you that are watching this on the replay, please share this with other people so that they can have this information because some of this is coming up really fast. And we see two other fairs, April 10th, well, quite a few fairs, but April 10th is a Western U.S. fair and April 20th, the Southeastern U.S. fair. And I strongly suggest that these are some of the things you do. So we have one coming up January 31st. So this is what I definitely recommend for people. The first thing you want to do, and you see the URL up there, so you can go on there now. As soon as you finish watching this, you can go on and do this. Please make sure that you go ahead and sign up. Don't wait until January 31st to sign up. Go ahead, sign up now. You create an account. It's free. There's no cost to anyone to attend these virtual college fairs by NACAC or any of the fairs that I'm going to present to you tonight. So if you don't have Zoom, And I don't know right now who doesn't have Zoom if you're doing any schoolwork. But if you don't have Zoom, please make sure it's on your device because all of this will be conducted through Zoom. Before, I would say the day before or a couple of days before, go on the site, go back to the date. If you chose January 31st, go back on, look around, click the colleges tab to see what colleges are going to be at the fair, because this will be updated probably right up until a few days beforehand. So if you go on there now, there may be colleges that aren't listed that may be there for the 31st. Here's the great thing when you go on the site. You can sort the list by A to Z or Z to A. If you already have a college in mind, just go right into the search bar and type in that college's name. Then what you can do, if you find a college that interests you, that you want to get more information about, you can actually click on the heart and that will add it to your favorites list. So you will see all of this that when you go on the website. When you go on, this is what you're going to see. So on the day of the virtual fair, colleges will offer live Zoom sessions that you can attend. Okay. And it's really good to go on and see what type of sessions they're offering. Sometimes the sessions are admission sessions giving you information about different things about the school. Sometimes it's a student panel. Sometimes it may be a particular program or study that's having a presentation, or it may be a combination of all three. So you definitely want to do that, because there are so many sessions. I think when I looked for the January 31st, there were over, 300 colleges on there. So there is no way that you're going to be sitting there looking at all of that information from 300 plus colleges. I think when I did one earlier in the year or at the end of last year, there were probably close to 600 colleges that were listed there. So this is why you got to make a plan, folks. You don't want to go into this and just say, well, I'm just going to browse through and see what colleges are here. Create a plan. You are able to go on and schedule ahead of time. So once you go on that live day, you're going to click on the live sessions tab. And because there are so many, what you need to do before the fair is to go on, use the filter. There is a filter there. Choose the colleges that you want to look at. And then you can click show the schedule and you can see when the sessions start. One of the things I do is then I go ahead and create a schedule. You'll see a tab on there where you can actually schedule. You can add a particular session to your schedule and you'll get a text message saying that this session is getting ready to start. So again, the fair is 8 hours long. No, you're not sitting there for 8 hours. I know most of us are zoomed out. So this is where you've got to be strategic. You've got to go on and plan your time. And you can, again, get those reminders by going to My Schedule. So do that. Now, the other thing that's interesting for the NACAC college fairs is that they do have videos that are already up. So say, for example, you go on the site, there are videos that are already up. You can go on to those videos and you can get some information about the college ahead of time. So do that. So please, please, please make sure you go to this site, check it out beforehand, see the information that is there for you. Now, say, for example, you want to meet with an admissions person. There is a tab there where you can schedule a one-on-one meeting with the college admissions representative. So, if you missed a session and you really wanted to get more information about it, this is a great way to get that information. Or if you have a question, here's a perfect opportunity for you to have a one-on-one conversation with an admissions rep. To do that, you go back to that college's profile page, you'll click on schedule meeting, and you pick whatever date or time is available and that's convenient for you. You'll also, again, receive text messages and the meeting will be added to your schedule. So this is something I want you to do. So everyone, take some time, look at the schedule. There is the URL for you that will also be in the show notes. This is a great way for students to get information about a college. People are there live now. This is the time to ask your questions. So that's why it's really important to go ahead and make a schedule to look at what colleges are going to be there so you can get your list of questions together. Now, the other, let me see now. So the other college fair I want to tell you about, let me see if we can get this thing to move over here. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Okay, so SACAC, which is the Southern Association for College Admission Counseling, is also having a virtual college fair. Now, one of the things I want you to pay attention to is that SACAC represents states in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, yay, South Carolina, Tennessee, as well as the Caribbean. So colleges in these states will be part of SACAC's virtual college fair. Theirs is one day only, September 11th from 5 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in a different time zone, please make sure that you pay attention to this. Now, one of the things that's different from SACAC's than from NACAC's is that SACAC is presenting 3 45-minute sessions. Okay, so there'll be a session 1 from like 5 to 5:45, and then session 2, and then session 3. So as you can see here, registration does not open for families until January 25th. So mark that date on your calendar, put it on your phone so that you get a reminder that you need to go and register for the college fair. If you're interested in attending colleges in these states or in the Caribbean, or if you just want to learn more about colleges. And again, remember, this isn't just for juniors or seniors who haven't made decisions yet. This is for anyone who wants to join in and find out more about schools. So families, you want to join in, parents, you want to join in, grandparents, you're looking at information. This is your opportunity to find out more about schools in the Southeast. Again, registration opens January 25th. There is the URL, which will also be in the show notes for you. And as I said, 3 sessions, 45 minutes each. You'll be able to, once you register, you'll see the colleges that will be participating. So please, please, please make a plan. It's always great to make a plan. I know when I went to one of the live college fairs in Raleigh, it was at the Raleigh Convention Center, and everybody knows, if you're wherever state you're in, you have a convention center and how huge those are. And I remember I walked in and I'm like, oh my God. There were more than 300 colleges there. And it's so overwhelming to go into a live college fair with all of those tables. So then when I was doing my first virtual college fair, I said, oh, yeah, piece of cake. I'll just go in here and do it. It was overwhelming. So I did learn when I went back to do it a second time. I went in, I registered, I made a schedule, and I stuck with that schedule. And I did not try to be in there for all of those hours. I picked about 5 to 7 colleges that I wanted to get more information for. I checked them on the site to see if they had any sessions. Now, not every college you're interested in may be in a particular on a particular date, but that's okay. You just go back and you just look at the other dates, especially for NACAC, and you can find out when other colleges are going to be there. So the next one that I want to talk to you about is, here we go here. Whoops. Some days technology just makes you a little crazy, but that's okay. So this is the 4th annual Historically Black Colleges and Universities College Fair, Saturday, February 6th from 12 to 2 p.m. Now remember, see there, it says Central Standard Time. Make sure you're logging in at your right time zone. So if you're in Eastern Standard Time, that means 1 to 3 p.m. Okay? So you need to pay attention to that. This is a great lesson for all of us to pay attention to the time zones that we're in. This is being offered by the Making Our Society Stronger Foundation, or MOS. As I said here, this is their 4th annual fair, and you can go to that URL that you see on the screen, and you can get more information. The last time I checked, they said they had about between 21 to 25 colleges, HBCUs, that had signed up, and definitely they're getting more as we speak. So this is definitely something for students who are interested in attending an HBCU. Many people don't have a lot of information about HBCUs. If you're interested in getting a list of HBCUs, please let me know and I will make sure that you get that. You can always send me a message either through the chat right now, or you can send me a message on my Facebook page, or you can always send an email to drb@stepstothefuture.com. So just so you get an idea of the places where you could find HBCUs. So these are locations of the HBCUs in the United States, and in one territory, the U.S. Virgin Islands, there is an HBCU in the Virgin Islands, and as you can see here, they're spread mostly around the southern part of the United States, the Southeast and the southern part, Mid-Atlantic area. And just some HBCU facts over there: about 3% of U.S. higher education institutions are HBCUs. They produce 20% of the blacks who earn undergraduate degrees, and almost 50% of Black school teachers and 70% of Black dentists are HBCU grads. And you can see the source of this information. So again, HBCUs are still so important to our higher education landscape. So if you're interested in HBCU, again, let me go back to that slide so that you can see. This is when their college fair will be held. So again, make sure you are taking the time and opportunity to attend these college fairs, because it's such a fantastic way for you to get information about your schools. So again, let me just quickly go back to the beginning so you can see. So for those who may be just joining in and haven't seen these slides, this information will be in the show notes that hopefully will be up by the end of the day tomorrow. So again, the NACAC, National Association for College Admission Counseling, this is the list of their upcoming college fairs. So please share this information with any student that you know who is interested in attending college, whether they're going to college this year or they're a few years out. Please make sure they find out about this, because it's really important. This is the best way right now to get information, because as we know, with coronavirus, so many colleges are closed to visits, but you can certainly go onto their websites and see whether or not tours are available. So again, just going through that, this is NACAC. So they will have colleges throughout the United States and internationally. So that's one of the differences with NACAC, because they represent colleges around the world. And then the Southern Association for College Admission Counseling, of which I am a member of SACAC, their virtual college fair, 3 sessions, 45 minutes each, representing colleges in those states that you see listed, including the Caribbean. The main thing to remember about this is that registration does not open until January 25th, so that's in another week. But you can go to that link there and register. And as I said, I really, really encourage people to make a plan when you're getting ready to attend a virtual college fair. There's just so much there, and it isn't something that you just want to go into blindly, which you can. But get in the habit of making a plan, because it's best for you to do that. So this is going to be a short one, because I really just wanted folks to know about the college fairs and to make sure that you have that information that you need. So one of the things I always love to do is share a book. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this book once I stop sharing this screen. Okay, so our book this evening it's Inside Honors, The ratings and reviews of 60 public university honors programs. Now, I really think this is something that students and families should pay attention to. Um, Many colleges have honor colleges or honors programs, and this book gives you a great idea of the differences between the two. And what they also do that I really love is they look at certain programs in public universities, not private universities. So you can go in here and you can find out information about the honors program at Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, just to name a few, Iowa, Maryland Honors Program, New Jersey Institute of Technology, New Mexico, UNC Chapel Hill is listed in this book, Temple University, UT Austin, Vermont, Virginia Commonwealth, Virginia Tech, Washington State. That's only a few. There are 60 in here. And they have a website, which again, I will put in the show notes, that you can go to and find out some of this information. But I'm old school. I like having a book so that I can look in. As you can see, I've gone through here and I've highlighted a few things that I think are interesting and that I need to use that information for my students. So again, folks, please make sure that you're signing up for these college fairs and that you're using that information to the fullest. Like I said, this is going to be short tonight because I really just wanted to make sure you had the opportunity to find out about these college fairs. It's so, so, so important. Please join me next week. I am so thrilled next week. So next week on College and Career Conversations, I have as a guest, oh my goodness, Mrs. Tracy Sherrod, who is the Director of Library Services at Methodist University here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Now, for those of you that know me, you know I love libraries, I love books, and I think it's just so interesting to see what it's like being a librarian at a college. So if that's a career you're interested in, if you just want to learn more about what it takes to be a librarian and what the education looks like and what the day-to-day job responsibilities are, please join us next Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a college and career conversation with my guest, Ms. Tracy Sherrod. So folks, this is Dr. B from Steps to the Future. Oh, you know what? Let me make sure that I share information about the newsletter with you because I want to make sure that if you're interested that you sign up. So again, if you're interested in receiving monthly news, monthly college and career news, and there's always a career that is highlighted in the newsletter, this is the URL in order for you to subscribe. Please share this URL with your friends and your families and your neighbors and, the person that you're standing next to. Well, I was going to say standing next to in the grocery store, but we really shouldn't be standing next to anyone now because we're all keeping 6 feet apart from everyone. But this is the URL for Steps, the newsletter for Steps to the Future. So please make sure you subscribe. And if you miss one of the College and Career Conversations broadcasts, and you necessarily don't want to go on Facebook to see it, all of the broadcasts will appear on my YouTube channel, and this is the URL for the YouTube channel. So folks, please join in. So this is Dr. B from Steps to the Future. Thank you so much for joining in again this evening. I look forward to seeing all of you Monday, and don't forget, share, share, share. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next Monday evening.